Welcome to a new fragrance review. Today I'm going to tell you how to create an olfactive image. So if you want to have control of your image, what you look, what is the idea, the first impression people will have of you. One thing that's really important is also the smelling part of yourself. Of course, take a shower, brush your teeth, stuff like that. But how to really create an olfactive image is not about not smelling bad, but smelling good and having a smell that people will either remember or make a link to the kind of first impression you want them to have of you. So what I would suggest is for you to have more than one fragrance, not necessarily things that are like totally opposite of each other, but some fragrance that are really good for different season and different area of your life. Of course, if you live in a place where there's never winter, it's always hot, it might be a bit different. If like me, Canada, there's a hot summer. Like right now, it's 22, but we're not in summer yet. Summer, the hottest day would be 40 degrees. I'm talking Celsius if you're in the US. And in winter, it would be like minus 20. So there's a huge range. So for me, I need fragrance for summer and fragrance for winter because fragrance for winter would be just too intense in summer. The projection would be crazy, and a fragrance for summer that have a weaker projection will not really cut it through the cold in winter. Also, I think there is really three big type of fragrance that you need. Formality, you need one that's really sharp, really classic. It will be for your business meeting. It will be for a different kind of event that you really need to show off, show some power, show some strength. Typically, classic fragrance is a good fragrance for that, but it doesn't really have to. Something that's really elegant. You need one that is more seductive. So if you're having a date, something more casual. Also, if just hanging out with a friend, going at a bar, something like that. Something a bit more casual, and that fragrance can be a bit more sweet, a bit more modern. Again, it doesn't have to. It's really with your own style because that's the goal, is to create an olfactory image. So it's something that really suits to you, and you want one that is a really everyday fragrance that would be good for some occasion where your goal is not to shine. If you work in an office, that would be the great fragrance for you to wear. That will be your most used fragrance. If you're going to a funeral, if you're going to a wedding, that's the kind of fragrance you're going to wear. Typical blue fragrance would work well. Something like Bleu De Chanel, for example, would be a good fragrance for that, or Eternity by KLEIN, stuff like that. Something that's really nice, messy appealing. No one will hate it. No one will really love it either, but something that's just smell good, and that's it. Now you need to be aware what kind of projection you want. There's many way of thinking. There's some people that believe that when you put a perfume, everyone should smell it. And there are some people that believe that when you put perfume, it should be discovered. And when you are close from someone, maybe they will have a whiff of your perfume, maybe not. And then it's really up to you. What is the type of projection? It's you that decide which type of projection you want, because it's part of your image. You want to be the guy that smells good but smells like strong, or you want to be the guy that you don't notice really the smell, but some people will realize that, oh wow, it smells good once in a while. It's really up to you. It doesn't have to be the same for every fragrance. You might have some fragrance that you want to have more toned down, some that are more intense, and you need also to consider the season for the fragrance. Now what you want to do is to find something that will be like a signature scent. There's many ways you can do this. You can find one fragrance that you really love and that have a lot of flanker and have different flanker for different occasion. Could think of L'Homme by Yves Saint Laurent, which would be a great fragrance for that, that have like tons of flanker. La Nuit de l'Homme is more like casual for dating. L'Homme that is a bit more everyday fragrance. There's some that are strong, some that are weaker, more for summer, more for winter. There's a bit of everything. That could be what you do to create your wardrobe. Also, you can find a note that you really enjoy. It could be a note for summer and a note for winter, so you have two different fragrance wardrobe. It could be one note that every fragrance you have will have it. For example, if you really enjoy the smell of leather, Well, every fragrance you have could be fragrance that have some note of leather inside of it. Could also just be some fragrance that you enjoy. It doesn't have to have some specific line, but if there's something that links all those fragrances together, then there will be a more consistent olfactory image created with that. But it doesn't have to be. It's really up to you. Just something to consider. And now the last part for you is to figure out what fragrance you have. Take time to look if there's some special event that you think you would need specific fragrance, what are the season, everything that I say today, think about it and just go try some fragrance. I would say the best time to try summer fragrance is in summer. The best time to try winter fragrance is in winter because the season is really there for you. Take it as a process. Don't just go in a store with the goal to buy a fragrance. Go in the store to try some fragrance. Smell a couple of them. If there's one that you like, try it on, put it on, see how it reacts through the day. If maybe you get compliment, don't really expect compliment because typically it would be rare. And it doesn't mean it's a great fragrance. It just means that people can smell it. Look, if you enjoy it, put maybe a little spray inside of your wrist so you're able to smell it from time to time and have an idea if you like that fragrance for real on your skin, because it doesn't always smell the same on paper and on your skin. Give it a try when you find a fragrance that you think fit well in one of those fragrances that you need. Just then buy it, maybe at a discounter so it's cheaper, but take your time. It's not a race. If you want to create an olfactory image, it's really about finding like little fragrance once in a while that will enhance your fragrance wardrobe, and that will be good for your image that you want to project. The same with clothes. You don't want to buy a new wardrobe completely unless you're starting a new job and you really need a lot of stuff. But the best is always to like go slowly so you add new things and things that are better quality instead of cheap stuff that doesn't really make it. So hope you enjoyed the video. If it's the case, like and share. If you have any question on how to create an olfactory image, just put it in the comment. I'll be happy to answer to you. So thanks for watching and see you soon.